Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise, and myself, Jason, bringing you whiskey review number 104. And today we're going to be reviewing the Johnnie Walker Double Black. So it's called the Double Black, not the Double Black label, as I have heard some people say, and I did say it occasionally myself when I was sort of looking into this. Now, we'll head over to Mr. Bananas, who is holding my Johnnie Walker set. Now, if you have missed the first sort of review in the Johnnie Walker series, which is the red, the black, and now this is the double black. I've got a couple other drams, and I've got an XR21 over there and a green, which we'll be reviewing. So Mr. Bananas, you're good? Let's continue with the review. So we'll start off. I poured myself a little dram. So Johnnie Walker Double Black was initially based off the Black Label. Black Label's hugely successful all over the world, and the Double Black is sort of more of an intenser, smokier character to it. It is also bottled at 40%, and I'm actually going to get to that now in my review style structure. But before I begin, I want to say thank you guys. I've been reading through the comments on the Red Label and the Black Label, so thank you guys for all your support. And I think we're also closing in on 700 subscribers, so that's absolutely incredible. The growth recently has been insane. So thank you very much, guys, for all your support. It does mean a lot, so salute to that. So to continue with the review, I'll start off by assessing it by the age in my review style structure, and the Johnnie Walker Double Black doesn't really carry an age statement, so age-wise it's a non-age statement. The ABV is bottled at 40%, which you'll probably see over there. I'll pop a bottle over there. And the company for it is Diageo. Now, Diageo, the biggest spirit company that you'll see, that they own a lot of different things. The price point on that bottle as well is around about £30 for, I believe, the 70 cl. And in travel retail, I believe it's around about 35 for the 1 litre. So it's around about 30 to 35 pounds in the UK, and sort of flipped into euros and dollars, around about $35 to $40 or euros. Now, in terms of exclusivity, is it exclusive? It was initially, yes, it was a travel retail exclusive. However, now you can pick it up in your local shops, and I've seen this in Costco as well, so not really exclusive anymore. So now it is a domestic release. Now, they do have, I would say there is a sort of colouring in all the Johnnies, so I'm not going to judge this one on colour. Let's begin by assessing the nose. So, into the nose. So to begin on the nose for the Double Black, this one does start with that distinctive peppery character. This is like a black pepper spice. Very little pungent on the nose. It does have a little undertone note right behind that, and it's like a coastal breeze. It's like almost like a sea spray. As I mentioned in the past one, it's like if you're standing on the edge of the Scottish coast and the waves just hit the shore, it just sort of splashes straight up in the air, and you get that little spray of salty, briny water. There is a slight even note that reminds me of salmon. Now, this is like well-smoked salmon that's been left in the sort of smoke houses, and it's just really embodied that flavour. And at Christmas, there was actually a special one, I think, one of the superstores here in the UK had, which contained whiskey sort of peated smoke that they used to actually cure the actual salmon, which was really good stuff. But following from behind that, I'm getting sort of like a seasoned bacon, a little saltiness. And it just reminds me of like that sauce called HP sauce. Now, some people will find brown sauce, but that's a bit different. HP sauce here in the UK, it's like a trademark. Anyone who comes here will have it with bacon. It reminds me of HP sauce. I don't know why, but it's got that sort of, even that malt vinegary sort of note just underneath it. And there is a little sweeter note right behind there. I'm going to say a little bit on the lines of fudge, like fudge cubes. Lovely nose on this one. Let's get next into the palate. So, into the palate. Cilantro. So, next into the palate for this one, the Johnnie Walker Double Black sort of starts out with quite a nice darker note. Dark chocolate. Quite rich. I'd say more towards, around about the 70 to 80% range. Not super heavy, but is quite nice and rich. There's a distinctive, I don't know, it straight away goes into my mind of burnt rubber. It's like if someone's been racing their car just in front of your road, and you get that sort of that smell of that burnt rubber, but this is almost like as if you're tasting burnt rubber. Very unique. Normally sometimes get that on my Isla whiskies, and now I'm getting it here on the Double Black. It then makes way for a slight nutty character. And these nutty notes now are sort of almonds, crushed almonds, roasted cashew nuts. I'm going to have a second sip. It keeps going there a little bit more. Now it's got a little note of dark plums behind that sort of character of those nutty notes. Yeah, I'm going to say dark plums, dark dried plums. and an aspect of even black tea. Almost like when you strain the tea and you've got that little dryness that comes through, but that distinctive tea character sitting on the back and mid palate. And working its way forward, there's a slight peppery note that lingers through the sides of the palate. That's quite a nice palate. Let's next move into the finish and then we'll come to my conclusion. This is actually surprising me, so into the finish. So now for the Johnnie Walker Double Black on the finish. Salted almonds. It's like almost even like roasted chestnuts that you get towards Christmas time. And it's got a nice round body of smoke with a silky character which sort of lingers and sort of coats the whole mouth. Almost oily. And quite, in terms of finish, I'd say it's on the length of medium to long. It keeps going, but then it just sort of cuts out after a while. It's still holding there currently at the moment in my palate. So, really nice overall. I'm going to give it a rating and I'm going to go here. Actually, no, I'm going to go here. I'm going to change my mind midway. I'm going to give this one an 86 out of 100. Reason behind that, I just found it overall really, really nice. Put that over here. Found this one a really nice whiskey. It's got a nice complexity. It's not over the top with the spicy aspect. The smoke, again, is meant to be slightly smokier than the Black Label. It's not over the top, but it's just nice and the texture's there, and I'd say it's on par. The thing is, the price is slightly more than the Black Label, and it's not super easy to find, but it should be now because I believe it's lost its sort of time with travel retail. Travel retail's only 1 year, then it rolls into the domestic market. So overall, I'm going to give this an 86 out of 100. In terms of value for money, I think so, yes, around about 30 to 40 pounds. I would happily pay that. In terms of does it need time, give it a little time. That's why you saw me pour it out early, and I'd start the review with it already being poured. Does it need water? No, because it's going to just reduce the texture and the complexity on it, so I feel water is not needed. But in terms of overall consistency and complexity, it does offer a nice body to it. But on that note, I'm going to leave the video at that. If you have enjoyed, feel free to drop it a like. Be sure to share it with all your friends, and be sure to click the subscribe button if you are new. I'm going to be covering all the Johnnie Walkers, so you're probably going to see them up on screen in a second. But on that note, this has been JasonWhiskyWise, and I'll catch you all for the next video. Salanja.